Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Faith and Finance Forum, hosted by the Catholic Finance Association and presented by Aquinas Wealth Advisors. We're really excited for today's show. We have Jose Murcia, CEO of Valton Capital Markets, with us. Jose is a very interesting person. He is from Colombia, and he spends a lot of time in New York City right now, running his family business and doing all kinds of other interesting things. You know, here on the Faith and Finance Forum, we have a great interest in international affairs and what's going on in other parts of the world. So we're very excited to have Jose with us today. My friend, shall we start with a prayer? In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Ghost, amen. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death. Amen. Saint Cyril of Alexandria, pray for us. Father, Son, Holy Ghost, amen. Well, Jose, welcome. How are you doing today?
I'm very fine. Working a lot, having some meetings and doing some models of our business right now.
Okay, very interesting. So you are the CEO of Valton Capital Markets. Tell us a
Yeah,
little bit about your company.
our company is basically based in three main lines of business. The first one is investment banking, traditional one, consultancy, mergers and acquisitions, and project finance. The second one is capital administration, where we have several funds in management, mainly in Colombia. We are opening here some investment vehicles in Florida, and we are looking to open some here in New York as well. And the third one is family office business of my family, basically.
Very interesting. What types of investments are you most interested in?
We are doing contra-cyclical investments at the moment. The first one was confirming and factoring business because there are many complications for access to capital in Latin America. In US, you have several ways to get your projects funded, but in Latin America, it's a little complicated, and the exporters and importers of our countries has challenges in order to get some products on and to get financing and cash to fund their businesses. So that's our main portfolio right now. And the second one that we are working on is a venture that we started trading VIX, trading S&P, and trading some oil futures. Um, we had little amount of money on that portfolio, but we decided to close that fund in order to start up a venture in payments and in a wallet that will provide some service in Latin America as well.
Fascinating. It's very interesting to me that your company straddles two worlds in a way, the business world of Latin America, but also increasingly here in the United States. What's it like to manage a company that is active in these two, somewhat different places?
Yeah, it is challenging in order that you think like Latin American, and you have to start thinking like American. So it's all kind of challenging in that way, but it is very meaningful to Latin America in order to get some projects funded. And I think it is for me is very good to have that of both worlds, to enter and enrich every one of the cultural efforts that we have there. That in fact, we are part as a company of from a program that is called Wildlife, that is from the U.S. Department of State, that is enhancing cultural and commercial relationships between Colombia and the states. So it's like it's mainly our effort to understand better the U.S. economy in order to get some development in our countries in Latin America, Colombia, and all in Latin America.
Tell us a little bit about Colombia. I think most Americans have a a cursory knowledge of your country. They know a little bit about it. Tell us some of the key points that you'd like our mostly American audience to know about your home country.
Mm, I think the main thing that we have like famous in the world is for our coffee. That is one of the best coffees of the world. So soft, so good. Maybe one day I can give you a bag of our coffee that is delicious.
I would love that.
Yeah, that's one of our main markets. But as well, like 15 years ago, the government has enhancing the investment in the oil sector as well. So our main industries in Colombia are oil and are coffee. But not only coffee, but agricultural business as well. Coffee, avocado, flowers. We have mainly agricultural businesses, and Colombia is the one of the most biodiverse countries in the world as well, because we have a lot of Amazon in our country as well. Like 30% of our country is Amazon, so we have very good biodiversity in our country, and I think the creativity of our people as well is very known in all the world. We are at the moment the second country that has the best developers, the web developers and web developers and all development of digital development in the world, and for very good prices. So I think there is a little a little mm, um, there's a little about our country in that state.
That's great, Jose. Let me ask you this: a lot of our viewers may. I'm fascinated by the history and the culture of Colombia. I can't wait to visit it one day, and I'm so excited to talk with you more about it. A lot of our viewers will recall, some of the issues with narco terrorism and things
Yes.
like that. I'm familiar with the narco terrorist group, the FARC, for instance. Which
Yeah.
have made international headlines in recent decades, and not so much lately, I guess. What's the status of all that? I mean, has that largely resolved itself? Is that still a challenge for Colombia?
Yes, we had a peace process like 6 or 4 years ago that we did with FARC terrorists, and it ends up in increasing our development, our economic development, and increasing all the opportunities in the country. Um, um, for say all the country is doing its part in order to get that chapter in the past, but there is some remainings of that thing. But I think the best that we have in Colombia is the resilience that the people has, because I think for 200 years our people has been so much injured by the violence, by the narco terrorism, by many things. The main word that the world knows about us is Pablo Escobar. That is a chapter that has injured many people, that had injured many people in Colombia, and it is better to close that chapter and to go on with our projects. And I think that's the main DNA of our people, to be resilient, to build everything again, and to have main effort in the projects that we are building right now.
Well, let's close the door, as you said, and look towards Colombia's future. It is a very blessed country in so many ways, both
Yes.
Caribbean and Pacific coastline, and the
Yes.
biodiversity that you mentioned, many natural resources, an educated and capable population, hard workers, and a rich cultural tradition. And one of the areas that I believe is very strong is the practice of the Catholic faith, right? I've seen studies that show 80 to 90% of Colombians are Catholic. Am I right about that, Jose?
Yes, we are. The Catholic Church is mainly the main religion in our country. There are more Christian creeds there, but I think the Catholic Church is has been very powerful and very followed by our people from the colony to now. There are some chapters as well in the colony that many people um, has made the church responsible of. But I think the despite our errors as church, we have the faith that we are placed to practice.
Yes, absolutely. So tell us about your own upbringing. You're from Colombia. Where did you grow up? Tell us a little bit about your family
And
life. Any of the early part of your story that you willing to share?
yeah, we are. Yeah, I am from Bogota, but my parents are one from Bogota and one from Manizales. Manizales is the cafeteria axis of Colombia. Very traditional people, very traditional families, and the church and the all the creed has the main source of life in that our area. Uh, so I grew up in a very revolutionary family because my parents went um, kind of indoctrinated by socialists in Colombia. But I had the opportunity to be part of one of the youth leadership summer camps that we have in Colombia. Of the organization is called Central de Juventudes, like Central of Youth. That Central of Youth, their main objective is to educate people in faith and in personal affairs as well. So I had the opportunity to went to that summer camp. That it was 21 days in a village that is exclusive to that, um, uh, and I had the opportunity to know the Lord there. I had some tangential knowledge of the faith in my family, but there was where I know all the church, all that the church is doing for the people, and all that our Lord had done for us. So it I it was when it all starts, at my 16 years, and I am blessed that I knew the Lord very early in my life. First, I thought that my main objective was to be in politics in Colombia, but it was a very bad error and very bad misinterpretation. And then I had the enlightenment of God, that it is better to build culture, to build social development and economical development through a company and in finance. So that's why mainly I venture in this world. I started studying administration, then economics, then mathematics, and I ended up in one of the biggest institutions from Colombia, a banking institution of Colombia, being a structured products trader. And then I had the opportunity to work as well with a company that is in CME, called FC Stone, as a trader as well. And it was very challenging to me to reconciliate the finance world and the faith world. But many times I had to ask myself if it is possible to do both. and end up in my business, that is Valton Capital, where we had when we try to do that reconciliation between faith and finance as well.
That is fascinating. So, part of your objective then is to merge the worlds, or at least align the worlds of faith and finance, very much in keeping with the mission of this program and the Catholic Finance Association. How do you think you're doing? Do you think you're able to serve both?
Yes, I think there are many principles that we can do that the world now calls ESG, but we had known that it is the principle of faith and to be saint in every aspect of our lives. And being a business people allows us to have more impact in the lives and in the souls and in the church. So I think that to be a business person in our world of faith is it's like a superpower as well. Yeah.
No, I love that. That's beautiful. So, how did you become such a prolific businessman? I mean, what would did you have a member of your family or a friend or a mentor who kind of showed you the way?
I had to struggle a lot in Colombia because, as you know, as in trading businesses and finance businesses, there is a um, like a crystal seal or something that our bosses wants to have us there in their companies like for 20 years. But every time that I had the opportunity of know something new, I had the courage to go for it. So I had several mentors in Colombia, but I think there wasn't an everything mentor because I have to get mentorship from the faith and have had to have mentorship from the businesses. But many families of Colombia, wealthy families of Colombia, have many have a very straightforward vision, yeah, in faith as well. So it is easier, but it is kind of I don't know, currency in English, oculto. Everybody is like no showing that they are people of faith, but at the end of the day, everybody is people of faith there and wants to join our paths in the business. So we are like more straightforward, doing our thing and saying that we are people of faith and that's it.
So
Um,
this is interesting.
and it's working already.
This acuto, the Spanish word you just mentioned, that means to perhaps be more kind of quiet, more restrained about your faith.
Yes,
Is that what
more
that word means?
restrained.
So that's very interesting. So that's the dominant approach in Colombia, is to be a little bit more modest, a little bit more reserved about it. But it sounds like you'd like to see that change. You'd like to see people become more expressive about their faith.
Yes, more hidden. The experience of faith is more hidden there, but for business people, because our institutions has been um, uh, influenced by many politicians that are doing hard for our faith to prosper there. So many people has been hidden their beliefs, and so the all the social media and the newspapers, the journalists are like trying to corrupt all the beliefs that we have in Colombia. So it is a very challenging job that we have there in order to get more influence in every aspect of our social life, in order to get more freedom to express our cult and our faith.
What about education in Colombia? Is it like in the United States where there's kind of a blend of public schools and private schools, largely Catholic schools. I mean, is it similar in Colombia?
Yes, we have both models, the public schools and the private schools. But I don't know if it is the case here, but most of the private and the public schools has been like contaminated by some ideological professors and teachers that had been uh, corrupting or changing the mindset of the young people, and it is like a risk, a very high risk for our country. I think there are many Catholic institutions, big Catholic institutions that are doing their job, but as well some of the Catholic institutions has professors that do that kind of misleading of the faith in the students. But I think it is not by imposition, but by influence that we can have that young people again in our faith, and have everybody to praise the Lord again there in Colombia. But mainly, all our people has the belief in God. It is not usual to see an agnostics or atheists in our country, but mainly the all the teachers, the professors, and the academics mainly are in that kind of path. But the private sector is very faithful. So I think it is the best thing that we have in our country, that the people are and facing uncertainty that we have in business. They have elected God as the main source of certainty.
That's great. So here in the United States, small businesses are really the backbone of the economy. Most jobs in this country are created by small businesses, and we still, I think, hold up successful entrepreneurs, successful business people that take a risk on a great idea and achieve success. We still hold up those men and women as honorable people, people to be respected. Is it like that in Colombia? Do you have a lively entrepreneurial environment? Is somebody that's has success in business seen as honorable and admirable?
Yes, of course. We have very several cases in Colombia that of people that are very entrepreneurial. In fact, in Latin America, Colombia is the nation where most business are created since 2019. So I think it is a very in our DNA as well, to be entrepreneurial and to have better solutions for the things that we are facing in moments of our lives. As well, the fintech ecosystem in Colombia is very developed, and I think the financial solutions that we have in Colombia are the best solutions that we have in Latin America at the moment. We have many institutions of fintech in Colombia. We have many people doing their job in several digital and business, and I think there is a sentiment and a feeling in our country that everything is going well again.
No, that's so good. I love that. What should foreign investors from the United States and other countries around the world know about doing business in Colombia? Presumably there's a ton of great projects and industries and sectors in your country to invest in. What are some of the highlights that they should be aware of?
Yes, I think the main objective of we had elections recently, and the candidate that has that is the president right now is the leftist, but I think it is he is a person that wants to develop the agricultural business in our country. So there are many opportunities in the agricultural cluster in our country. And I think there's the main objective of this government, as well as the uh, digital ventures that we have in Colombia, as a fintech, as we have Rappi, that is like a DoorDash for Latin America. We have many businesses that are opportunities in Colombia. And we as a company, um, we try to do the best vehicles in order to invest in Colombia, because we have our investment funds here, with insurance from here, with the security of investing in the US, but the main the main investments of our funds are in Latin America. So it's like investing in the US, but with the returns of Latin America. So it is great for our clients
Oh,
as
that's
well.
fascinating. So, Jose, going back to your personal story, you get started in Colombia in business. You have some success. When did you start interacting with the United States and taking on more American work? At what point did that occur?
It was at the when I start to work with FC Stone. Today is called StoneX Group, but it was at the time. Um, we our headquarters is in Chicago, and our main office was in Miami. So we had to travel a lot to the United States to meet all the executives here in the United States, and to have a more American way to do business in our business, but uh, having the emphasize, or having the um, the, um, the objective of serve Latin American market. So it was the first approach. But when I was younger, I had the opportunity to participate with the U.S. Embassy in Colombia in a in a in a summit, and in a summit that was of shared responsibility, was called that main objective was to the youth to get involved in the drugs problem, but not in the fighting against the groups problem, but influencing our peers in order to not consume drugs, and in order to not consume that substances. So it was the first experience that I had here in the United States. I went to the White House. I went to the several places here during Obama's administration, and it was really fascinating to me, the way that you would here in America do the things in order to get the problem solved. So it was fascinating to me, and I love Colombia, but as well I love America. That because I think the mentality here is to welcome people. It is not as well as in Colombia, sometimes. Here you welcome people, and you give opportunities, and everybody respect your journey in success. And I think that is a very good value of the American culture, and I love that we can develop our projects here, and to do good to American people, and to do good to Latin American people as well.
So it sounds like you've had a very positive experience interacting with Americans and doing business here in the United States.
Yes,
It sounds
thanks
like
God.
you've been welcomed
Thanks
with open
God, I
arms.
have I had a very good experience here.
That's great.
Um, but I think it is the glasses you put on, because so many people has the glasses of Americans as another kind of people. But I think the main structure of the country is the community, and you have to be part of the community, and the community has rules. The community has some things that you have to get done, and in order to you to adapt in at that community, you have better experience here. but some people it is not good, are not good adapting rules and that changes that the cultures has in.
Yeah, that's very interesting. So when you're here, do you spend most of your time in New York City?
Yes, um, my business itself is in Florida, but we are opening an office here in New York City because we are noticing that there are a very good network here of professionals of investment funds that wants to get an impact in the world, but has not enough vehicles to get that job done. So we are opening our business here as well in New York City in order to get some opportunities in the faith related investment as well in Latin America.
How exciting! So you're going to have this office opening up in New York. You're going to be able to meet all kinds of people from all different places that are interested in what you're doing. Pretty cool, right?
Yes, yes, it is. It is pretty cool that that's what surprised me about the Catholic Finance Association, because I didn't know that there are people in finances that are doing what we had done in Latin America, and it was fascinating to me to be part of a group of people that are thinking the same that we are thinking in order to get our job done.
So Jose, do you believe that your strong Catholic faith has been an advantage to you in business? Do you think it's helped you as a leader?
Yes, I think absolutely, because I think the main uh, um, success factor in my life is has to have word, as Peter say in the gospel. You say, if you say yes, you say yes. If you say no, you say no. But if the people are unsure of your yes or your not, it is not good. So I think it is the main um, factor of success in our businesses. To be honest, to be open, to be pro-life, to be all the learns that we have learned from the Catholic Church in our experience. So it is a main factor, success factor in our business.
Wow, beautifully stated, Jose. I can tell you're a person who loves charity and loves the poor and the marginalized. Tell us a little bit about your desire for service and philanthropy and to help the less fortunate. What are some of your passions in that area?
Now, as I told you, my main passion is to help Jude. The Jude has very interesting moment in Latin America. We have 100 million young people in Latin America, and we have 20 million of that 100, like 20% of the people of the youth people of Latin America has no jobs and has no opportunities to study. So our main strategy in that field is to do finance or to finance the education of that young people in order to get some economical development. The cycle of poverty starts without when you have not education, and we want to provide that education through financing and scholarships to our people, not only in the formal education as universities or colleges or something like that, but as well as in program courses that gets some um, good paying jobs to our young people, as well as the teaching of English that opens a wide and big market to our people as well. So there are our objective, and that is where we are working on right now to get finance the education in Latin America through Catholic universities, and to get some soft skills development of our professionals, of our young people, in order to get opportunities from the world and from Colombia.
Are there American schools that are active in Colombia? Like, for instance, are there American universities that have campuses in Colombia or send students there, perhaps?
Yes, but are not big. Are not big at the moment. I think as well. This is a very good, very open opportunity in our country. The education is a very main field that maybe Americans can be approached in a better way, because you have the resources in order to get better quality in our education, and to has more networking, and has more positive things to happen to our people in Colombia as well, and not only in Colombia. I think all Latin America has many opportunities in order to get some good professionals, and some good economical development as well.
It's interesting that you brought up the language piece. Is that seen as a as an important priority for your project to lift up and serve the people of Colombia, to teach more young Colombians English so that their horizons are perhaps a little bit wider in the English-speaking world? Is that part of your goal?
Yes, it's part of our goal, because in order to finance, we need some like the risk our investment. So if we know that the people in Colombia that speaks English have 80% more probability of getting involved in to get a job in high paying job. I think it is the risk policy. If you teach English to the people, you have better jobs to them, and they have repay you in a shorter time.
No, that's very interesting. I don't know if many people are aware of that. That's fascinating. Does Colombia have a richness of energy reserves? This is a hot topic here in the United States right now, as the price of gasoline, the price of electricity and natural gas continues to skyrocket. I know that your neighboring nation of Venezuela is one of the richest countries in the world in terms of their petroleum reserves. Does Colombia have some energy too, or no?
Yes, we have
Okay.
many energy as well, but I think it's gonna slow our growth in that field, because our government at the moment has no interest in develop the energy sector as our previous government has. So maybe the main opportunity is in renewable energies in Colombia at the moment, because the government wants to expand that main source of energy in our country: solar, wind, hydraulical, geothermal, any renewable source of energy. I think our government is gonna enhance that kind of investment, and I think it's gonna have taxes, good treatment in taxes as well.
What about travel and tourism? I mean, in the United States, most people, when they think of Latin America, they probably think about going to Mexico, Cabo San Lucas, Cancun, or maybe the
Yes, I
Caribbean.
think
People don't know Colombia as well as a place to go on vacation or experience some tourism. What are
I
your
think
comments
that
on that?
the I think the we have too many opportunities of tourism in Colombia, but the main that we have is Cartagena. I don't know if you had heard about Cartagena, but it is a little Cancun, yeah, and more
Wow.
natural Cancun. It's like an island, but in the middle of the countryside. So it is many. There are many things that we have that we can have done in Cartagena. At the moment, we are representing an hotel and touristical development there in Cartagena that wants to develop that kind of structure and that kind of market there. In fact, if you go to Cartagena, it's like going 15 years ago to Cancun. Is everything is to be developed, everything is to be built there, and everything you have all the network and all the participation of the local governments in order to get your projects done. So in tourism, I think that Cartagena is the main on our Atlantic coast as well. Has the best forecast for that.
That's very interesting. So our listeners should note this. Cartagena is the next Cancun. You can get in on the ground floor
Yes,
right now, buy your
yes,
condo, and just enjoy the appreciation in the
yes.
future. I'll be sure to
Yes,
check that
and
out. That's good to know.
it is so beautiful. It's so beautiful. The landscapes, the sea. You can have everything that you have in a main city, but you have the sea, you have the weather, you have the Latin culture that is so welcoming, and the has to so servicial as well. So I think it is a good place to go. I invite you to go to Cartagena someday. We have several friends there that for sure will welcome you.
It sounds like a wonderful time. Jose, I'm really curious. You're new on the block. You're opening up your office in New York City, meeting all kinds of new friends and new business associates. I mean, some might say that might be challenging to come from a different country, to have not gone to school in the United States or college in the United States, or come up in a financial institution or a corporation, to literally just kind of get started here. I mean, how's it going? Do you find people are receptive to you? They're willing to meet with you, explore opportunities, or
Yes.
yeah, what's it like for you?
Yes, we have very many opportunities in our because we are like our program is backed by the U.S. Department of State. So we have more um, the 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 investors are more secure with us because we are sponsored by the Department of State. So I have find some partnerships, some investors, some opportunities in this market, some like you, like the Catholic Association. I that I'd love to be part right now. And every step in our way, I think, is being blessed by God as well. So because we are not doing business in order to blow up countries. We want to do businesses in order to do good for the world. So God is blessing our path, and that's the main objective that we have. It's like David with against Goliath. We are blessed by God, and you can be J.P. Morgan, but I am blessed by God.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good point too, because I mean, like the needs of people in Latin America. I wonder why they don't get more attention. I guess in the American press or in America, popular thought. I mean, if you turn on the news, you hear plenty about what goes on in Europe. Especially in Eastern Europe right now with the Russia-Ukraine war, or perhaps in the Middle East or Asia. These seem to be the focal points of the American press. You don't hear about Latin America as much, which is surprising because the people of Latin America are neighbors. They live in the same hemisphere. There's so much intercourse between the United States and Latin America, and particularly in the Catholic community with our shared faith. You would think that there'd be more intercourse and just more popular awareness of what's going on in South America and in Central America. Would you agree?
Yes, of course. I think, in fact, we can be very good partners of the states at the moment, because we are plenty of natural resources. We have cheap labor. We have many companies that wants to do business with the United States, and we are very close. So we are natural partners, and it is good to open that kind of partnerships between our countries and our hemisphere.
And it might seem insignificant, but I mean, even like the time zone thing, right? I mean, if you're an American business person and you're doing a lot of work in Europe or Asia or whatever, those flights are going to wipe you out, right? But you can take a flight
Yes,
to Brazil or Colombia, and it might be an hour or two difference, right? It's not going to be that bad on you.
yes, yes, and it's a huge market as well. If you look at Latin America as a market, as one market, is as big as the States. So if you have many different political and legal frameworks, but it's mainly the same between countries. So if you look at Latin America as one, it's a market as huge as the States right now.
That is incredible. That is so interesting. So, Jose, let me ask you this. Your focus so much is human capital. I mean, your goal is to provide opportunities, educational and professional, to the people of Colombia and the broader people of Latin America. How can our viewers, again, mostly here in the United States, how can we become involved in what you're working on? How can we learn more, and how can we support you?
We can do some forums about it. We have met several experts on the matter, on the matter, and we can talk a lot about it. We have a foundation of our company that is working a lot in get some international organizations involved in it. In fact, we went to the as youth delegate to the Americas, to the Summit of the Americas in Los Angeles, as well as we have so many partnerships that is going in place, like multilateral agencies, the Inter-American Development Bank, the different institutions that wants to get involved in our job. And I think it is a good opportunity to the Catholic Finance Association to get involved in that. To all the partners that you have in here in New York, you can get involved so easily, because we work so fast, and we work in order to get more calm in the relationship, because there are some of the challenges that we have in Colombia, is that there are many nonprofit organizations and many organizations that wants to do business with the states, but doesn't have the correct path, or doesn't have the connection, or doesn't have the to get to know to the people that has the opportunity, of has the possibility of help there in Latin America, to enhance our economical development. So it is so easy to get involved. We can do a forum about it. We can schedule something like that, and we will talk about it at detail.
That's great. So,
Yeah.
Jose, you know, right now the big economic news in the United States is not necessarily good, right? I mean,
Yeah.
inflation is very high. The prices of just about everything are through the roof. Mortgage prices, very high. The Fed recently increased interest rates. People's stock market portfolios are not doing great. This is a rough time in the United States. How does that play into your work? Because you are so positive, and you're such a bright light in all this. Are those trends and those realities in the American economy right now? How challenging are those for you and your business goals?
As I told you, our main investment fund is on factoring and confirming business. That despite the ups of or downs of the market, everybody wants and has to trade. And in Latin America, everybody wants the financing. So, saying that in that scenario, I think it is a contracyclical asset, because if markets go down or up, everybody wants to trade, and everybody has to trade internationally, and that's our main source of businesses. So that's why I'm positive, because if everything is going down, we can go up.
I love that. And I mean, it just goes to say too, I mean, it's a buyer's market, right? I mean, there's
Yeah.
value out there that's inexpensive, and guys like you are capturing that. I love that. Jose, I'm just really struck, generally speaking, by just your optimism. I mean, like you're such a positive person. Is that how you've always been? You've always been kind of a glass half full kind of guy.
Yeah.
That's good. That's
the,
that's the way to be.
the, the
That's
people
good.
in the bank call me happy face. Yeah.
Oh man, I love it. That's
That
great.
was my nickname.
Oh my gosh. So are you hiring? Are you bringing on new people in your company?
Yes, maybe a couple in order to get our office here in the States, in New York as well. So yes, I am hiring at the moment.
What do you look for in team members? What qualities are you looking for in the people you bring on?
The first thing is trust. Later we can build the professional skills, and if they have professional skills and trust, to me is good. And in order to get that trust, it is easier if they have a good faith life.
Yeah.
It is good to me as well.
No, you're right. And it's interesting. On the Faith and Finance Forum, we talk about hiring and culture and bringing on people a lot, and everybody says the same thing. They say they're just looking for honest people, very high integrity. People
Yeah.
that are hungry to learn. That know they don't know everything and are willing to grow in a lot of different areas. Jose, how do you quickly assess things like character, honesty? Truthfulness. I mean, like in somebody you don't know that well, how do you make those assessments?
Um, we do our assessments based in a algorithm that we have in our company. That is basically the 40% of the algorithm is about the technical skills, and the 60% is based on personality tests. So we know that the people tend to be in a way or another. So it is our main. It is not perfect, but I think it's working very good with our people in Colombia and in Miami as well.
So high confidence and personality testing, kind of
Yes,
psychological evidence, very very
yes.
very interesting. So when you hire your new people, like you're about to in your New York office, how do you get them off to a running start? Like your new team members that you're going to hire, what does the first 90 days look like for them? How do they make an impact quickly?
I think the networking is the best way to start. To show I have to show the business to our associates, but as well they have to show our business to their stakeholders as well. So in order to get more businesses here, I think the main objective of our job here is to get more networking, to get more deals done, to get more meetings in important tables, to get more. We have a great product, contra-cyclical, as I told you. We have a great debt funds in our company and in real estate investment fund in Florida as well. We have very many products that fits so well in various investment hypotheses, and I think it is the main objective to get our name in the correct ears.
No, I love that. So, I mean, Jose, you're such a hard charger. You're flying all over the country and all over the hemisphere. You're a man on the go. Surely you must have some downtime, though. What do you do to relax? What do you do when you're not at work?
I like music. I am good at music because that was like a heaven gift, because I wanted to learn how to sing, and I asked God for that gift, and he gave me the gift of singing and playing guitar and playing drums and playing piano and bass, and I love the music and produce music and to hear music. It is my main distraction, my main hobby.
Fascinating. So, how would you characterize Colombian music? I mean, what does it sound like?
We in Colombia, it's like we have five different countries. So in our region, that is the Andean region of Colombia, there's so low mood music, like folk music from the states is similar, rock music as well. We had a movement in Latin America that is called reggaeton, that is taking place in all Latin America, and is taking all of the music market there, that is worth it to look at. So it is the kind of music that we hear in Colombia, like folk music, more The cumbia. I don't know if you know, like the cumbia music is was born in Colombia,
Wow.
and then we export it to Mexico, to all the Caribbean, and until and Argentina. We export it. So I think we are like leaders in that kind of in that field in Colombia, in cultural affairs. We are leaders in music.
I love it. One of our other guests here on the Faith and Finance Forum, a wonderful leader here in the United States, you should meet, Isabel Rafferty Zavala, characterized Latin American culture, at least, as faith, family, and fun. And
Yeah,
you know, uh,
it is
and
Latin America. Yeah,
I love that
yes,
description. I mean,
the
that just
best description. Yeah,
I think that's something we all can agree on, right? So,
yes.
well, listen, my friend, as we wrap our time together today, this has just been such a delight. I've had so much fun with you. Again, I know a lot of our listeners will want to learn more about your company, Valton Capital Markets. Where can they go to learn more about you, about Valton, and the other initiatives that you're pursuing? Is there a website or social media or?
Our websites and social media are at Valton Capital. Our website is www.baltoncapital.com, and feel free to reach me in LinkedIn as well, in order to get some work done as well.
Yeah, I've noticed you're a
Um,
big LinkedIn guy, so I encourage my
yeah,
listeners to go on that. Yeah.
yes, yes. Yeah,
Well, listen, my
I
friend.
like to network in LinkedIn because it's more impactful, I think.
Absolutely. Well, Jose, I'm so glad that our paths crossed, and I just wish you Godspeed and continued great success. You're exactly the kind of guy we need out there doing good things for others. God bless you and your friends and your family and all the people of Colombia. And we'll stay in touch. We're gonna collaborate and work together to do some good things, I think. So you've been
Thank you,
listening to
John.
the Faith and Finance Forum with Jose Murcia. Did I say that right?
Yes, Murcia.
Oh my gosh, I tell you what,
Yeah.
every time. Jose Murcia, you've been listening to the Faith Finance Forum today. I'm your host, John Knowles. Thank you so much. We're presented by the Catholic Finance Association and sponsored generously by Aquinas Wealth Advisors. We'll see you next time on the Faith and Finance Forum. God bless. Take care.
Sure.